Hey, my name is Joshua Fulbright, and we're doing exercise 6 under 3D printing. So, what is 3D printing? Well, 3D printing is a technology that creates solid objects from digital designs. The process works by melting or shaping material and adding it layer by layer, controlled pattern until the final object is formed. You may have seen figurines or other types of objects that have been created by 3D printing. And if you look close, you can see that there's ridges on how it's made it. You can see that there's something that's overlaid it that created the objects. So who uses 3D printing? Well, 3D prints are used by many different organizations and companies. The government obviously uses it, as well as corporations will sometimes create products using a or using 3D printing. And we'll get into more a little bit later. But I have experience with 3D prints as well because my brother has a 3D printer and he has created several useful things with his 3D printer. And like I said, it's you could just see the ridges that happens when it creates it. It's fascinating. Um, so why are they using 3D prints? 3D printing is becoming more common in America and around the world. It allows people and businesses to create designs, tools, and useful products without always having to buy or search for them elsewhere. And that's really beneficial to corporations and people looking for certain types of objects because they have the ability to design it and create it. They don't have to keep buying it from other places. They can just develop it and create it within house. For people who have the skills to design 3D models, this technology can also help them save money. Like I was saying, they'll be able to create, they won't have to buy from third-party vendors. They can just have it come, they can have it being made in-house in their buildings to further company. So why are they using 3D prints? Well, it's pretty obvious, like I was saying, it cuts cost, it cuts it cuts lag time, having to wait for objects to arrive at your company. You can have it made in-house. Like I was saying, the top countries that use 3D printing though are China, the United States, and Germany. They're the ones that are most commonly found within it. So when are they using 3D printing? Well, it actually goes back to 1984. Chuck Hull, the first 3D printer was invented by Chuck Hull. The technology picked up traction in the 1990s, and then a boom of low-cost printers in the 2000s and 2010s as patents started to wear off. People were able to get into the market and start creating more 3D print objects. And now, as you can see, especially if you go to a shop at the beach or any type of knickknack shop, you'll see 3D print objects, most likely. I saw a bunch at the beach last couple of months I went. So, how can 3D printing solve SDG challenges in Austria? That's the country that I picked, and that's the one that I wanted to run with. So, 3D printing can open possibilities to deliver tools and other goods to underserved areas. Um, it's just beneficial that they can just send through a file, a computer file, objects. And that's what's so beneficial about 3D printing. Step two, 3D printing also has the ability to create prosthetic limbs and open the door to other types of medical advancements. It can really customize the type of needs some people have as they're getting limbs reprinted after accidents or whatever types of needs that they had their limbs removed, they can have it printed. Step three minimizes unnecessary waste and enables easier recycling of materials. Obviously, you can use more materials to create new things. It's incredible. Step four, overall consumption can be cleaned up and improved. Um, that's just that's just a couple benefits of 3D printing. So, two truths and a lie. Austria's first 3D printed building was completed in Hallstatin, Lower Austria, as a 125 square office building extension. Austria has used 3D printing only for small plastic objects and has not applied it to construction and architecture. Austrian researchers have explored advanced 3D printing uses, including polymer bonded magnets and medical imaging models. If you can look here, you'll see that the second one is the lie. Here are my sources. Thank you for watching the video. See you next time.